Welcome everybody. This is the BMW X6 M50i. This is BMW's latest SUV coupe sort of thing. And its design has been quite controversial, as all X6s are. It's not as good looking as the X5 if you ask me, and I don't really love it, but I know there are actually a lot of you readers who do like it a lot. So we figured we'd give it a shot, test it out. And this is the sportiest model that isn't a proper M car. This is the sportiest non-M6 model. And it's interesting looking. Now, again, some of you readers seem to actually really like it. I met the designer of this car at the LA Auto Show. He said something that I thought was very interesting. And he said that design or style is subjective, but design isn't. So a car can be well designed. It can have the correct lines and be done properly, proportioned well, and all that sort of thing. But so you can't say it's designed badly, but you can say that you don't like it because style is subjective. You can have an opinion on style, but not on design. And that's what he said. So I tend to like that. I think that makes some sense. So this car might be well designed. I'm not going to say that it isn't because I'm not a proper designer, so I am not a good judge of that. The front end's not bad. The front end's fine. Looks just like a BMW X5 with kind of a different grille. This though, back here looks a little bit odd. These tail lights, they're just so wide. They make the car seem kind of wide, and they sit up so tall, so it kind of gives it this weird bubble butt. The double spoiler thing is also a little bit weird, if you could see that right there. And what's kind of a shame about that to me is I actually think that BMW did a good job with the roofline. I think it is smooth and has nice muscular rear haunches right there. So it's a cool looking car there. It is still an interesting car. I like this color, I will say that. Manhattan green, very cool color. And I will give it credit. Like all modern luxury BMWs, the interior is fabulous. The materials are absolutely excellent. The seats are wonderful. In fact, I actually think the seats are my favorite part of this entire car. I spent several hours in this so far, a couple few hour stints, and I really like just kind of cruising in it. It's very, very comfortable. Outward visibility forward is great. Outward visibility rearward is terrible. But that's to be expected with that tiny roofline. Or the sloping roofline rather. But the materials are superb. The build quality is outstanding. I mean, everything just feels so chunky and durable and solid. There's little just everything right here. Everything just feels so well built. It's lovely to sit and spend some time. The materials are excellent, as I said. Just a wonderful interior. Now, I will say this. So I'm going to show you the back seat for a second, but first I want to show you this. Okay, so typically an SUV, right, goes like this. Now we all know this. Big square box back there might get fancy with the the trunk design there, but typically the roof extends further and then drops back. Here it obviously doesn't, right? So that impedes headroom quite a bit. Now if we get in, this is a pretty big SUV, but as you can see, my child seat is almost touching the ceiling there. And even though it's just a little child seat, the passenger seat has to be moved so far forward, or else the child in there, my son's feet, touch the back of the seat. Now, if I get in the car, again, I'm only 5'9". I'm kind of short, I've said this before, and I'm sitting behind myself right now. I don't have a ton of knee room, and that's not great, because this is supposed to be a family car. I'm, again, not a very large person. I'm a little fellow, if you will. And if I can't sit that comfortably back here, anyone larger than me is going to really struggle. I do like the USB-C port though, and then the little thing BMW sells stuff you can put in there, like a coat hanger for your business suits and things of that nature. So that's pretty cool. But other than that, I don't really think the back seat's very functional. So, as with all X6s, I don't really understand the point of it. If you're looking for an SUV, just get an X5. But anyway, let's look at the trunk. So here's the trunk. Got a little snow scraper from BMW, thank you. There's a little parcel shelf. And as you can see, not a very large trunk. It's not bad at all, actually. It's pretty big. But because of the roof line, you lose a lot of vertical space. So this isn't really that tall. Anything taller than this really isn't going to fit in here. So it's not excellent, to be honest with you. But, you know, I guess that's the price you pay for style. Because it is interesting looking. And again, it's quite polarizing. One of the features that is interesting is the grille. Now you can't see it because it's daytime now, but at night that grille illuminates. And I personally think it's quite cheesy. However, everyone I've shown it to in person loves it. They all think it's awesome. Anyway, that's the BMW X6 M50i. Again, the M50i, so 4.4 liter twin turbo V8, 523 horse, 553 pound-feet of torque. And it's very, very fast, but more importantly, it sounds awesome because it sounds like this.